Namaste everyone. The GenLed Club is a student-led academic initiative that aims to explore and nurture the qualities of social accountability, leadership, and compassion among medical students. The club is mentored by Dr. Neeraj Vedi sir, Dr. Pooja Dalu ma'am, and Dr. Steffi Amit ma'am, whose guidance has been instrumental in shaping its vision and direction.
Initially, we began by interactive workshops and seminars, which were led towards leadership and social accountability. Today, we are aiming to progress towards impactful projects that help the betterment of society and compassionate medical practice.
Today, we, the members of GenLed Club, are deeply privileged to be joined by Dr. Gitika Madan Patel ma'am, Medical Director, Padu University, and an eminent personality in the field of quality, research, and health sciences. Ma'am's exceptional leadership has been instrumental in strengthening healthcare education and services, setting inspiring standards for both medical professionals and students alike. Thank you, ma'am, for taking out the time to be with us today.
Most welcome.
My first question to you is, in your words, what does leadership mean in the context of healthcare?
So first of all, let me congratulate all
Thank
of
you.
you for becoming a part of this club. I've always told this, leadership is extremely crucial in healthcare, because as a medical student, when you become a practitioner or a doctor, what happens is you always have to lead a team. Healthcare is something which always works in a team. You cannot sit like this in an office and take care of your hospital or take care of your clinic or take care of your practice. You are always going to need a team. So healthcare leadership is it can be synonymous with teamwork, is what I will say, because a doctor is always a leader of a team. The team could have colleagues, the team would have junior doctors, senior doctors, nurses, allied practitioners, the ward boys, and so many people who are involved in the common objective of treating the patient. So eventually everybody is doing the same thing. So what becomes most important is that everybody is aligned towards a common goal. If you have seen an orchestra, what does everybody do is play some or the other instrument. सब अलग अलग instrument play करते हैं, but eventually एक beautiful music का piece बाहर निकल के आता है. Now what happens is, if everybody starts playing a different tone, just imagine what would happen. It would be a pain to the ear, right? It would be a discordant piece of music. So in healthcare, what is extremely important to understand as a doctor is that you have to be very, very comfortable with leading a team. And that is the reason in the medical education also we are coming up with a lot of practices which teach you teamwork. आपको groups में tasks दिए जाते हैं, projects दिए जाते हैं, to be able to make sure that you are able to deal with people around you and make sure that everybody is working on a common goal and objective of managing your patient better. So that is what I think healthcare leadership is about, being able to work in a team and be able to make sure that all the teammates are aligned towards a common goal.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, my next question is, what are the essential leadership qualities every doctor should cultivate?
Yeah, so first I think I told you that the doctor should always be a good team leader, people manager. So what happens sometimes is, we try to manage people the same way we try to manage things, but it doesn't happen like that in healthcare. There are so many things which are revolved around the management of a patient. There are sentiments, there are emotions, there are relatives who have to be managed, then there are relatives of relatives. There are so many things which are to be looked into. So along with being a good team leader, there are certain things which are extremely important. The first I would tell is integrity, that as a doctor you are somebody who is looked up to by so many people around you, be it the patients who are coming to get the treatment, be it the juniors, be it the nurses. Everybody looks up to you, that you are the savior for them, right? So your conduct, your integrity and your humility play a very important role. How you behave with the people around you, how you talk to them, how when you are in rounds, how are your bedside manners, how you are professional. If you have given a time of 10 o'clock to somebody, are you respecting the other person's time? So these are certain qualities which you inculcate in yourself as a leader. Then your team also falls into the same place and gets in sync with the kind of practices that you do, and eventually the entire ecosystem becomes very, very healthy and in sync with attaining the best possible outcomes.
Ma'am, how can students, medical students especially, begin developing leadership qualities right from the start of the training?
So the first step you've already taken, right? See, leadership is not a one night job. आज आप सोचो कि कल से मैं लीडर बन जाऊँ, तो ऐसा नहीं होता. It's like a journey. So it's like you plant a seed and then you have to nurture it. You have to give it a lot of water. You have to give it sunlight. You have to give it the right soil around it. So that's how leadership is about. Abhi, it might be very difficult for you to lead a team at this stage. But if you start doing small things, so if I recollect my college days, the first leadership assignment that I took was becoming the cultural secretary of my college's event. Okay. So that time in our university, MS University, there used to be an event known as Vibrant. So that was the first leadership role that I took, and I immensely enjoyed leading people and making sure that all the events go well and they are tuned and planned in an appropriate manner. And that is how then you start enjoying that role. So leadership is all about, first of all, accepting yourself as a leader and then learning out of your own reflections. So as leaders, even today, after say 10-15 years of my experience, I also make mistakes even today. But what is most important is to reflect on your experiences, to learn out of them. And as a leader, you always have to be continuous learner. आज आप मेरे साथ बैठ के कुछ सीखोगे, कल आप क्लासरूम में जाओगे, आप कुछ और सीखोगे. सो हर एक एक्सपीरियंस को हम किस तरह से अपने पर्सनालिटी में इम्बाइब करके एक बेटर पर्सन बन सकें, दैट इज़ वॉट लीडरशिप इज़ ऑल अबाउट. यू हैव टू कंटिन्यूसली कीप इवॉल्विंग एंड इम्प्रूविंग योर सेल्फ एंड मेक श्योर दैट यू लर्न विद एक्सपीरियंसेस, नॉट जस्ट अदर्स but your own experiences, and that is how you keep growing as an individual and your teams also keep growing along with you.
Ma'am, how can we manage between our academics, patient responsibilities, and leadership role without getting burnout?
So burnout is a Gen Z word, these days. So burnout बहुत जल्दी से हो जाता है. So I think see, it's nothing which is difficult. हर एक डॉक्टर को एक मल्टीटास्कर बनना पड़ता है. इट्स अनडाउटेडली विच इज़ रिक्वायर्ड बिकॉज when you are say leading a hospital of your own or you are leading a small nursing home or your clinic, आप जब सर्जरी कर रहे होंगे तो भी आपको ऐसा हो सकता है कि आपको फ़ोन आएगा कि वो वार्ड में पानी नहीं आ रहा है, तो अब मैं क्या करूँ. So what is extremely important is to be able to delegate certain roles and responsibilities to the people around you. और टाइम मैनेजमेंट एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टास्क होता है. जैसे व्हाट हैपन्स इज़ व्हेन अ डॉक्टर इज़ लीडिंग अ टीम ऑफ से 20 पीपल, इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि एक छोटा सा मॉर्निंग मीटिंग किया जाए 5 मिनट में. जो भी रोल्स, आज का जो ऑब्जेक्टिव है, आज के जो टास्क हैं, वो डेलीगेट किए जाएँ कि आज दिस इज़ व्हाट आई वांट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे, एंड देन प्लान योर डे प्रॉपर्ली. There is nothing which is impossible. See, our Prime Minister manages the entire country in 24 hours, and sometimes we feel difficult to read a chapter in 24 hours. So it is all about how you plan and manage your time. So time management skills को थोड़ा सा inculcate करके उनको सीखना. There is nothing which is giving you burnout. Burnout आप पूरे दिन कुछ भी नहीं करो ना तो भी हो सकता है, और आप hundreds of tasks smoothly करो वो भी हो सकता है. This is something which is very easy to tell. However, it comes with practice. So when you plan and manage your time, you plan your calendar properly, that 10 minutes I'm going to have the meeting with my admin people. I'm going to make sure to align and delegate some tasks to them. This is my patient time. 3 hours I'm going to be in my OT or I'm going to be in the OPD consulting area, and I don't want any botheration in that. Then half an hour again I'm spending with my nurses. I'm giving them some training, or I'm talking to them and making sure that they are also getting the correct kind of education. So that way, if you plan your time and then you practice it well, फिर अपना ही टाइम टेबल बना के हम कभी कभी स्नूज करते रहते हैं, 7 बजे आज तो उठना ही है, बट देन यू कीप स्नूजिंग इट. सो देन कंसिस्टेंसी इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट व्हेन यू आर मल्टीटास्किंग. आज आपने कुछ सोचा कि कल से हम ऐसा करेंगे, एंड देन कल ही वो वापस से चेंज हो गया. So that doesn't work out. When you are managing an organization, especially, consistency is very, very important.
Ma'am, in today's healthcare scenario, why is being socially accountable especially important for a medical leader?
See, social, in our country especially, healthcare itself is a social affair. And if you know कि कोई भी पेशेंट, आपके फैमिलीज़ में भी आपने देखा होगा कि कहीं ट्रीटमेंट लेने जाना होता है तो पहले हम रिलेटिव से पूछते हैं, फ्रेंड से पूछते हैं कि तुमको भी ऐसा हुआ था, तुमने सर्जरी कराया. दैट्स अ सोशल इकोसिस्टम दैट्स देयर इन हेल्थ इन आवर कंट्री. इट्स वेरी एनेक्डोटल. कोई आपको आके बोलेगा कि मुझे ये तकलीफ़ हुई थी और मैंने ये कराया तो मैं ठीक हो गया, एंड यू विल ऑल्सो थिंक दैट आई विल ऑल्सो गेट बेटर. So instead of asking a doctor, you will start understanding. So health is very, very social affair in our country, and especially doctors are always, you know, still looked and sought for as something very similar to gods. के उनकी जो एक social accountability है, that is something which is, I would say that it constitutes 40 to 50% of their role. Taking care of the concerns, the taboos, the conceptions and perceptions of people associated with that particular disease, making sure that कम्युनिटी में जाके हम ट्रेनिंग्स कर पा रहे हैं, हम एक अवेयरनेस क्रिएट कर पा रहे हैं, दैट ऑल्सो फॉर्म्स द पार्ट ऑफ अ डॉक्टर. हो सकता है आप कल जाके आप कोई भी, स्पेशली इफ़ यू आर फ्रॉम अ विलेज, यू विल एक्सपीरियंस दैट आई बिलोंग टू दिस विलेज एंड देयर इज सम पर्टिकुलर डिजीज़ विच इज़ वेरी कॉमन हियर. सो इट बिकम्स एन ऑटोमेटिक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कि आप कम्युनिटी में भी जाओ, आप कम्युनिटी में उसके रिलेटेड अवेयरनेस स्प्रेड करो, प्रिवेंटिव अवेयरनेस स्प्रेड करो, एंड देन यू स्टार्ट बिल्डिंग, you know, a surrounding, so that you are becoming a healthcare leader, not just a doctor who's treating which is coming to them. So that is how the entire social thing around accountability for a doctor is extremely important. कभी कभी ऐसा होता है कि एक पेशेंट के साथ 10 रिलेटिव्स आते हैं, अलग अलग चीज़ पूछते हैं, आप सारे के अपने अपने परसेप्शंस होते हैं. आपने एक रिलेटिव को समझाया, फिर दूसरे रिलेटिव के साथ आपका बर्नआउट हो जाता है. यू नो, दैट इज़ समथिंग विच वी एक्सपीरियंस एवरी डे विद, स्पेशली विद द यंगर जनरेशन डॉक्टर्स. And then there are concerns, there are grievances, the doctors are not counseling, they are not explaining. So when we have this understanding that the person in front of me is in extreme trouble and it is my responsibility to do my best till the moment I can. Sometimes there are situations where you actually get it gets difficult, so that is the time when the supporting staff gets involved. However, अगर वो understanding हमारे में है कि ये this is our responsibility. आजकल डॉक्टर्स आर वेरी फॉन्ड ऑफ जस्ट राइटिंग द ट्रीटमेंट, नॉट इवन टॉकिंग अ वर्ड विद द पेशेंट्स, बिकॉज आपका सबका स्टेटस होता है ना, ओनली व्हाट्सअप, नो टॉकिंग. सो यू डोंट वांट टू टॉक, सो दैट इज़ अ बिग गैप विच गेट्स क्रिएटेड बिटवीन डॉक्टर एंड पेशेंट. सो डॉक्टर और पेशेंट के बीच का जो गैप होता है वो कब ब्रिज होता है? व्हेन द डॉक्टर लिसन्स टू द पेशेंट. अभी क्या है, पेशेंट बोलता है और डॉक्टर इज़, यू नो, इनटू द मोबाइल, writing something, talking to somebody else. So that breaks the gap between the doctor and the patient. 5 मिनट भी उसको सुना और 2 मिनट बात किया, so आधा प्रॉब्लम ऐसे ही ख़त्म होता है. After that comes the management part, which is relatively very easy. So now the first part, listening and talking, is what has become difficult. Understanding them socially, understanding their socio-economic status, their needs. So this part is extremely challenging, especially today, but extremely important.
Ma'am, what are small but impactful steps we can take as undergraduates in order to become future accountable doctors?
So I feel we've been discussing similar things. So as young medical students, this kind of an initiative which we thought is very, very important for the students is something which you can be a part of. Similarly, I would suggest that it is very important to get involved in group studies. आप लोग अगर ग्रुप स्टडीज़ करते हो और एक डिसाइड करते हो कि टुडे से फॉर एग्जांपल you are 5 are a part of a group, one person is presenting a topic, the other person is discussing about it, that is how you start understanding perspectives of other people. And very small steps like this, the first is like group studies, then making sure that you are taking some leadership role in whatever events, whatever academic things are going on in the institute, and that actually gives you an idea on how to manage people, because people management is something which we need to learn as doctors, which is immensely important. So कोई भी छोटा opportunity मिले उसको लेके and try to learn that how you can you know, beyond your books and beyond your practicals and beyond your theory classrooms, how you can develop yourself holistically to be able to deal with people around you, making sure that differences of opinion are valued. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि आप 5 जन एक साथ पढ़ने बैठोगे तो the person will tell no, we will do like this. You might tell कि नहीं हम तो इस तरह से ही करेंगे. Difference of opinion हुआ, but eventually what is important is to be able to sometimes accept कि difference of opinion है, still we have to come to a consensus. Healthcare में this is a daily routine. When there is a group of doctors treating a patient, we are dealing with the most intellectual people in the society, right? Doctors are considered to be the most intellectual ones, and they are a little reluctant on accepting the others' perspectives. So यही stage से if we start learning कि हमें दूसरों के opinions को भी value करना है, and we have to learn to come to a consensus. भले वो जो बोल रहे हैं वो मुझे एक्सेप्टेबल नहीं है एट दिस मोमेंट, मैं अपनी तरह करना चाहता हूँ, बट स्टिल मेकिंग श्योर दैट वी आर एबल टू कम टू अ कंसेंसस इज़ वॉट यू शुड ट्राई टू लर्न, बिकॉज दैट इज़ द मोस्ट चैलेंजिंग पार्ट विच वी सी इन द डॉक्टर्स टुडे. कभी कभी, फॉर एग्जाम्पल, आई टेल यू, there is a surgeon who has a post operative patient in the ICU. The intensivist says that this patient needs to be given a particular protocol. The surgeon feels the other way around. Eventually they are not able to come to a consensus, they don't discuss, and that is how the patient keeps suffering, you know, because there is a dilemma, there is a difference of opinion. So if we learn to come to a conclusion after differences of opinion with small things like group studies, like team efforts, case discussions, then it will be great for the coming time.
What advice would you give to students who hesitate or are reluctant to take initiative in a clinical setting?
Reluctant to take initiatives as in coming forward and presenting cases. So the only thing I would, there are a lot of we understand there are challenges, especially the students who are coming from a Gujarati medium background. They are scared of speaking. However, it is not just about sometimes it's not about language, or it is not about your communication skills. It's about making sure that you're able to overcome the inhibitions and try doing it at least for once. एक बार आप inhibition overcome करके आगे आते हो, then gradually everything falls into place. And I always recommend that in a group setting, you should also encourage certain students who are a little hesitant to come forward, and that is how group studies and group presentations always have. He can start with a small thing like presenting a small part of the case, then he can move on to presenting the biggest thing, but you have to overcome the inhibitions, because in healthcare, being communicative, being a good communicator is what sets you apart. सो अभी क्या है, देर इज़ सो मच इन्फ्लक्स ऑफ नॉलेज, इतना सारा हमारे पास इंफॉर्मेशन आता है, देर आर सो मैनी AI platforms, देर so much on Google and all, that everybody knows everything. What sets you apart, what makes you distinguished from other people is how succinctly you are able to, coherently present your ideas to people. If it is a education platform, a healthcare setting, or to a patient. So communication has the key to it. You have to become a good communicator, there is no option to it. So every medical student has to focus on good communication skills. It is challenging, however you have to work on yourself. छोटे छोटे प्लेटफॉर्म से आप आगे आके स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं. देयर इज क्वेश्चन आंसर्स में हमें कभी कभी वी फील हेजिटेंट कि हमें आंसर नहीं देना है, डिस्पाइट ऑफ द फैक्ट वी नो द आंसर. बट इफ़ यू डोंट ओवरकम दैट एनिमेशन वंस, then after these 5 years it will be very challenging, and you'll always keep facing the difficulties because you are not proactive in communicating. You'll always keep lagging behind. So हर एक को अपने communication skills पे तो काम करना ही पड़ेगा. हम लोग बातें कर सकते हैं, आपको motivate कर सकते हैं, but eventually it is you, I mean not you three, but everybody else who is facing difficulty in communication has to start working on it.
What is your vision for the future healthcare leaders? What sort of doctors do you think we should aspire to be?
Yeah, so see, this is a difficult thing to answer, but I would say that right now we are looking forward to strike a balance between people who have a good emotional intellect and who are good technocrats. So right now there is a little drift because we are losing certain qualities like empathy, or like as being able to establish connect with people. आप लोगों को ऐसा लगता है कि फैमिली अडॉप्शन प्रोग्राम में क्यों भेजा जा रहा है हमें ना, इट इज़ सो बोरिंग. बट establishing that connect with the people of the country, still more than 60% of our population is rural, right? उनके घर में जाके समझना कि वो कौन से सोशो इकोनॉमिक कंडीशन में रहते हैं, उनके कुछ दो बातों को सुनना, उससे आपका एक माइंड में एक वैल्यू इनकलकेट होता है, विच इज़ एम्पैथी. So we want a balance between empathic doctors and technocrat doctors who are very techno savvy, who are making sure that AI is enabling them, enhancing them, however who are not becoming slaves of artificial intelligence, and who are still able to understand holistically that the emotion connect, the empathy with the patient, the communication and connect with the patient still remains supreme. So that is the reason so many initiatives, so much of hands-on trainings we are trying to include in your medical curriculum, despite of the fact that NMC does not mandate things like this, so that you are able to understand the importance of those. So that is the vision for all of you, कि आप जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल है उन सब का प्रॉपर यूज़ करिए, बट मेक श्योर दैट that emotional connect, empathy and those values are not lost eventually, because that's a supreme for any healthcare professional.
Ma'am, so before we conclude, if you could please give a take-home message for all the doctors listening today.
I think all the time I've been giving take home messages only. So, again, I think the same thing that every doctor has to understand that he cannot function in isolation. He or she cannot function alone individually, and he has to make sure that the team or people around him or her are aligned towards the same objective. Also, it is very important that the doctor understands that he or she cannot function without a nurse or without a paramedic or without a colleague or a subordinate or a fellow doctor, and that is how he or she should work upon imbibing the skills to be able to value the differences of opinion and make sure that the larger things are kept in mind. मेरे डिसीजन को या मेरे ट्रीटमेंट प्लान को किसी ने डिफरेंटली वैल्यू किया, उससे ऊपर होना चाहिए हमेशा हमारा गोल कि मेरा पेशेंट किस चीज़ से बेनिफिट करेगा. इफ़ यू आर एबल टू एस्टैब्लिश द लार्जर गोल्स इन लाइफ, नो, द स्मॉल थिंग्स वोंट मैटर. द स्मॉल थिंग्स मीन्स कि उसने क्यों मेरे डिसीजन को चैलेंज किया या उसने क्यों ऐसा बोला कि ये आप इस तरह से भी बेटर कर सकते थे. इफ़ यू कीप लार्जर एंड ब्रॉडर थिंग्स as objective in your mind, the small things don't matter to you. So first thing which is very important to establish the larger goal कि मुझे eventually in my healthcare practice how I want things to be, and if every doctor understands this, then the patients will automatically start getting better.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your insights and vision. Your ideas on compassion and accountability truly align with our club's vision.
Great, thank you.
We have learned that leadership is not defined by position but by purpose, by how we care, how we communicate, and how we commit for the well-being of others. On behalf of our entire GenLed Club and all the medical students, we thank you so much, ma'am, for inspiring us to become doctors that lead with empathy, compassion, accountability, and voice. Thank you so much, ma'am.
It was my pleasure.